YouTube, what's the dealio? It's something on my mind, really. And I'm going to speak on it because it's blood business. You feel me? Because this here little YouTube thing I see is real funny. But without putting nobody name out there, but I'm speaking on somebody's podcast, a big platform. You feel me? And just to avoid any stint a motherfucker think I'm trying to clout chase, I'm not gonna name them. Not out of fear or none of that on me, because I can debate with the best of them. But I've been seeing a trend, I should say, of crimes being perpetrated behind something said on YouTube. And there seems to be one show in particular where individuals come up missing off of the content. And I'm really starting to get irritated. Like, I see why they only keep me at like 180 subscribers on God. Because there are, what would I call them? I think y'all call them culture vultures. I call them Klansmen without the hood on. Like my black and mild. Because I know when you go up against entities that are greater than you, that are already fearful of you, then there's going to be backlash. Whether it be 2 to 3 or 4 subscribers dropping, like people subscribing and not being put on my subscription list. It's a lot of games. But I find it funny that 2 homies, that means 2 bloods for the same city, that have a known heated rivalry. And I ain't even gonna speak up on the homies' namesake based on there was bloodshed behind this, you feel me? And I'm just dropping an opinion while at the same time venting and also continuing to be politically correct with the politics that I hold. You know, there's certain things that I just can't get on here and say based on the position that I hold in the streets and the respect that I got for the people that did it before me. So, you know, it ain't about snitching. It's just about providing information that should be for sale. Then instead of just talking, and I'm got 180 something subscribers, so y'all want names and details, y'all gotta like and subscribe. I'm not finna go there. I'm not finna beg nobody to subscribe to my channel. I beg you to buy a book though. Inglewood. It's always essential to learn how to read. But I want to say rest in peace to the 6 victims in Sacramento, California that lost their lives to senseless gang violence. I have no idea what sets. I wait for my boy, the little homie, was blood Sacramento Street Wars. I wait, hopefully he drops something to give some kind of knowledge, Seti Nash. Somebody. Was this related to that little, what could I say, when the other homie got on old boy show, said something about the other homie that really pissed the homie off, and 6 people end up dead in the same city where the homies is from. I'm not speculating. I don't know nothing. I don't even know if this was really gang related. But from the mugshots of the suspects that named Dosman, I did time with some Dosmans out of North. Where was they from? On Bloods. Where was Lowdown in there from? The homie on my Facebook page. Okay. I want to say they was from North Highlands. Or no. Damn. Not Sweet Valley, Piru. Where the homie was from? I've actually ran into a couple of homies out of this area, north. Well, it's gonna come back to me. Oh, that's irrelevant right now where they was from. But like I say, that last name rings. It was a homie that was in YA with me with that same last name from Sacramento, Fruit Ridge. That's where Lowdown and it was from. So I don't know if this was them or if this was just a random occurrence of violence that happened to let go 100 shots. Like, that's way. I come from a generation. Like, let me kind of break this down for you. Gang banging started as far as the Crips and the Bloods. 69 for the Crips. I'm going to get a homie 72 based on it may not have hit the streets till 75. And being that I was in YTS, I understand how that works. It has to take time to fluctuate through the streets. But in 72, the homies had to sit down inside the YTS facility. This is how Giacomo was claiming Pyro in 72. Because some of his folks got out from doing that YA time before 75. So it was brought to him a little bit earlier than some of the other homies. Big debate, yo. But it's just keeping it real. It was a lot of homies in secrecy, unity. It was a whole type of different movement than how the Crips started their movement. So you feel me? It's hard to just put a certain stamp on the year because we went through different transitions to figure out how we was going to establish ourselves to protect ourselves and get more respect than an anti-Crip. That's like calling yourself a non-affiliate. You feel me? So the theory of the blood concept is how I was taught. You feel me? And I think I'm really sharp in this. And if asked other homies, did you hear this? So keeping all that in mind, this is something we created. If anybody should be causing bloodshed behind a YouTube podcast discussing our politics, you hear me? This ain't even, that's why I don't want to say no names, no information, because based on, I really feel if we was to be mad at that nigga Gang for what he did when Lil Indian Red got killed, this is a far greater disrespect, especially if one of those 6 people that passed was a homie. It feels like to me, though, that he instigated another situation. Trying to give these cats a platform that really don't got one on the streets. So they go here on his little thing. Not all. Poking him. I ain't even finna give up too many bees. It's some real ones been on there. But like S-Bone, the curbside server, man. Homie from 40s, he said he need to get on there because I really feel that this platform is responsible for what happened in SAC. That's just with no facts, no talking to the homies out there, nothing. I've been trying to get my book going, book 2. I've been working hard. Doing the YouTube thing, getting my lawsuit going. I'm actually just washed my hair, finna get ready to get it done and work on this law paper. Because, you know, one thing is for sure, and there's always 2 things for certain. The world gonna keep moving, it's for sure. And the 2 things is that's for certain. You're gonna die, or you're gonna just waste your energy and time and space that you had here on this earth. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to leave a legacy, a physical legacy. I don't want my name like Walmart to be my legacy. I want my legacy to be like Raymond Washington legacy. I want people 50 years from now to say what the YA baby did in 2022 is the reason why the Crips and the Bloods run the WIC program now. They're the reason why young offenders getting out of challengers in these young juvenile facilities are living in Nellis. That's what I want my legacy to be. Not something like by faith that you gotta just believe in, but I want you to be able to see my legacy and the the transformation that it would be able to give to the land, to the gangs, to the culture. And it is sickening that we glorify individuals and subscribe. And this is no disrespect to no other YouTuber. I promise you, more power to you. I think the entities that are blocking me on YouTube are higher than like YouTube beef. I just believe, me shooting a Caucasian law student from USC, and the fact that I've never been to prison, when they trying to have people look at this YouTube so they could go to prison and be brainwashed to want to gangbang and get things crossed out on them. You feel me? And I'm not trying to undermine anyone. That's why I'm not saying no names, because we keep it real. I've got things crossed out on me too. But that ain't what I'm trying to promote. What I'm trying to promote is that if you want to be able to live prosperously, maybe buy a home one day, get a college degree, get married, and not worry about being that 87 percentile of divorces, you might want to avoid prison. You might want to avoid committing crime. You might want to avoid listening to what these little suckers out here got to say, because I promise you, the homies, now that's what I believe. In my definition, when a gang of cats in my generation say this is watered down now, I believe the definition of what we mean by that, which you won't catch me saying, because y'all just on a different level. Watered down, no. It's been 2 shootings this year already, 2022, where more than 100 shots fired that I know of. Here in Las Vegas, where I stay at, one just happened. And now we got what just happened in SAC. That ain't watered down to me, babe. Nah. It's so much more unstructured, misguided, confused, and manipulated. When we was little, we understood who the enemies was, and we understood why we disliked them and why we had to protect our set. Now, it's more of let me try to impress the next individual. Let me see how many likes I can get for showing my old gun. There's things that gang members do in today's generation that weren't afforded to us. There was no social media, there was no computers, there were no cell phones. There was none of that in 1994 before I started my 10 years of incarceration. Now we have individuals from a whole nother state, kind of like where Joe Biden from type state. I ain't trying to hide who I'm talking about, but I think you should really give it some kind of contemplation. This seems to be a pattern. Individuals come on my show. You're the one that makes the questions that get messy. I've never seen nobody get on the show and be like, maybe my boy. I'm trying, like I say, I don't want to come off as a clout chaser. I want to come off as a concerned gang member that believes that gang bangers are being exploited. And as a gang member, I feel that it's an obligation of mine to stand up. Not in anger, not in rage, and not in violence. But I would debate, dude. I told everybody who asked me, like, oh, you should be on that show. Hell no. Hell no. It's American Cholo, Dusty, Alex Alonzo. I'm shooting for Kev Mack, Professor Melly Mel, Baby Gangster. What's that? ORG, OGTV, ORGTV. Hoodie Hood. It's some very good Nina Boy. There are some very good content providers out there. C-Mac the Low, you are very outspoken and kind and what's they call that? When you give away, like generous with your increments. I say you probably don't remember, but you mentioned making me that red snitty, cuz. Oh, Inglewood, I want that, C-Mac. Once I get my increments right, which are being put all into as doing what you do, helping the community, 6 kids, responsibilities, and obligations. But hopefully, more individuals would say, hey, maybe we should go help this dude out. I'm even trying to make a cash app for the channel. You feel me? I had higher expectations by now because I got 6 Facebook pages with 5,000 friends on each page. So, I believe that's the starting problem right there. And I believe these big YouTube channels don't want that Facebook friend request push for YouTube. You feel me? Just one push. Like, you send your if you have a page, you feel me, and you want people to like your page, promoting whatever you do on that page, like a business page or what Nina Boy tell a little buckethead at McDonald's? He's a public figure. You feel me? Like, if you got a public figure page, these are our space to actually go and what we're doing, the individuals that I named, Dusty included, is bringing awareness without glorification of the past. 16 of Life's another good one. That's a big homie though, you feel me? I think that he's piercing the souls of some of them G's that know that they need to do better because they done did 12 or 13 and this man did 20. What 16 of Life? I did 20. He was sentenced to 16 of Life and did 24 or 25 off that. And he's blowing up. Music, CDs, live streaming. He's showing individuals that just because he spent half his life in the California Department of Corrections, he ain't got to be in that recidivism revolving door. So I think that he's more for the big homies that need to get it right because they 45 and 50 years old, continuously catching violations and 10-day flashes. It's time to grow up and be fathers. And if you ain't got no kids, think twice about that. Because every little homie in whatever set, hood, turf, video, or barrio that you run through, they're going to be your kids. And if we look at that like that, then it's a better way. Like on B's, I'm going to keep it real, right? I ran into a little gang I put the little video on Facebook, the little gang in Las Vegas coming together. I counted about 8 adults and a security guard watching, filming, and saying nothing. Nothing. I didn't tell them little dudes that they shouldn't follow in the same footsteps that I followed in based on I want likes and subscribers. Because I told them a whole lot more off camera. Because what I did is I turned the camera off and let them know, like, I ain't going to film this, homie, because I want y'all to know I'm coming with y'all genuine. And I let them know some things that I wouldn't even want to be heard on camera, you feel me? Between us. That's called building a rapport with these little dudes while all these other judgmental cowards walk away. That's why I got to be, you feel me, grateful, appreciative, and justified in what I'm doing when other brothers are doing the same thing. This boxing, Bosco and Nina, that's positive. You feel me? I could jump on that. I got to go Inglewood, though. Bosco for the dub. No disrespect, Nina, but you heard what old girl said. I'm from East Coast. I got to go with Nina, boy, Bosco. Well, I'm from Inglewood. I got to go with 400 block Bosco. But hopefully I'm finna try to get out there, though. I got to be out there. Send me a ticket, Nina, boy. No. Inglewood, I'll get out there, my nigga. But that's the root of what I wanted to talk about is common communication, appreciation, and us being there for these little dudes. The homeless people, I do that too. Now, this is why I want both spectrums. Because where I stay out here in Las Vegas, you could say I'm on the UNLV campus. But there's a juvenile homeless shelter here, right next door to my building, you feel me? So I get the opportunity to interact with these little dudes all the time. And right next to them, there's a library. So you got the homeless shelter, the library, and a shopping center with a smoke shop that's open 24 hours and a small gambling casino, Dottie's. So the temptation, the goal, because UNLV right there too. So I show them, like, this is where the oppressor, y'all fathers or mothers that you hate so much that y'all talk about, want y'all to be out here homeless, doing bad. But individuals like myself, Nina Boy, Hoodie Hood, S-Bone, Professor Mel, 16 of Life, Nate 916, and I can continue to go on and on and on, want better for y'all. That's what I enjoy about this social media thing. That's why I did the YouTube. The book is harder to reach the young homies with the book. It's like with 16 in Life, I got to get a certain age bracket to know how to read. At 14, when I came, I didn't know how to read. So I could understand the individuals that I'm trying to get at really don't have that type of education, knowledge, conception, or understanding. And YouTube is an extremely positive way to pierce their hearts and get them to buy what you're selling. You feel me? That's why I supported Nina Boy from the start. And if we can get 5-5 Crip to slow down, like ODM Slim was trying to get him. I seen him a couple of times, like, cuz, don't even go there. You feel me? You even do all that dissing and all that. Because it took me a long time to subscribe. See Mac the Low on the set. I had to fill you out, like, what is blood on? Like, will he smoke me if he catch me out there? And I see you in your own zone, you feel me? You creating your own lane. And you represent for your set like I represent for mine. I'm always flaming, so I can't look at you differently because of that. I don't say blood as much as you say cuz, and I know I didn't get the vocabulary. I've been get that back to the hood, but C-Mac, you said something, bro, that kind of tingled my tinies, man. You said getting tattoos. If you get your tattoos off, you a custard. Cuz I got tattooed. No, but I was mandated, board ordered by the Youthful Offender Parole Board, and my victim asked me, so the lady I shot and paralyzed asked me to get my tattoos took off my face and my neck. I had to oblige. There wasn't nothing custerous about that, Low. Nah. Now, I could give you some stories of some cats that put some socks on their arms in the county jail to hide them tattoos, and it wasn't winter. That's some custer shit on Bloods. But growing up and becoming a man, C-Mac, you gotta really, we have a obligation. I'm not the YouTuber, but that's something that you fall up under, I think. But regardless, as black men, kings, we gotta teach our little homies and brothers how to righteously walk. So by dissing homies and dissing hoods and creating a hostile environment, it comes off like it's defeating the purpose. You understand? I ain't trying to clout chase. I've always supported and respect C-Mac the local, fight Crip. But I understand how vital you are to the community. And this is the reason why I've always stood by you. Because I understand, you feel me, what you want. But from the heart, bro, it's 2022. Education, business, like, we got to look at the EDD PPP scandal as our biggest learning tool. That, like, really showed us as a culture in the hood that we ain't ready for money. And that's why we got people like Oprah Winfrey and Condoleezza Rice that separate themselves from us. You know, they get their Stacey Dash on. Because a lot of us create a ignorant, stereotypical judgment of our people from our actions, our mannerisms, our sagging and disrespectfulness. And that don't come from that. I shouldn't say that ain't the little homies' fault for not knowing how to have morals, values, and ethics if the big homies didn't teach them right. But we steadily criticizing and judging them, though. And talking about what they doing is watered down. They out here shooting 100 times. But both of those times, nobody, 6 people died in SAC. Nobody died here in Vegas. Nobody even got shot here in Las Vegas this month when 100 rounds was shot in a swimming pool party. Nobody was shot or killed. But nonetheless, 100 shots? I can't never remember in my gang banging time that many shots. Usually you walk up on your man 2-3 to the face and he good. 100 shots. You can't tell me that ain't influenced by some type of high. That ain't the drug. It could be the drugs. Because, yeah, it could be the drugs. Because crystal and heroin and the Xannies, I don't ever took the pills and no heroin or crack. I never did none of that. But I could imagine how drugs do play a part in how an individual thinks. So I'm only trying to do 27 minutes. And I'm going to let y'all go. It's 26:38. But no disrespect to C-Mac. Let's just be better. That's all I'm suggesting. You feel me? In the name of love, Inglewood.